Not able to hear you. No. No, ma'am. Still no voice.
Okay, now tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an issue, I think, with my headphone. Okay, that's okay. Let's continue. So, in the last session, we have discussed about inheritance. Any question in inheritance? I will be repeating topic again today. See, we are learning object-oriented programming principles, right? And there are four principles that is important to know, even for interview, even for your automation concept, right? So first principle we have observed encapsulation, which is all about wrapping of data function together in a single unit. So technically encapsulation will help you for data hiding, correct? Similarly, we have another principle to follow, that is polymorphism. Polymorphism, it is all about one thing in multiple form. Okay, but there are again two types, compile time and the runtime. When it comes to compile time, it is all about in one class, same name method you are repeating, okay, or you are able to reuse. The point is, when you write in same class, same name method multiple number of time, then Java will give you error. It's a duplicate method. But then how exactly you can achieve polymorphism or let's say method overloading? You can declare same name method but with different signature. So either you can change number of argument, either you can change type of argument, or you can change order of argument. And then that method you can overload. Correct? So method overloading happens at compile time and method overriding happens at runtime. Today we'll be talking about overriding also. But before coming to overriding, there is a simple rule. Overriding belongs to two different classes. And first of all, you need to understand how you can maintain relationship between the classes. Okay? And there comes inheritance. Inheritance is a principle where one class property, okay, you can access into another class. How it is possible? See, if any functionality is already implemented by some other class and you wanted to use that functionality, you don't need to write that code again because if you repeat the code, it will be duplicate, correct? So we generally try to avoid duplication. That's a good, you can say, development standard. Another one is what? For reusability, we use inheritance. In fact, to achieve runtime polymorphism also, we use inheritance. So there are three, we can say benefits because of inheritance. One is you are able to avoid the code duplication, you are able to reuse the method, and you are able to achieve runtime polymorphism. So this principle is very much important. In fact, complete Java programming, it is developed based on inheritance only. And that's the reason we have object class, which is a super class, right? So yesterday we discussed how we can maintain relationship between two classes. It is all about using extend keyword. Okay, using extend one class, you can acquire into another class, right? So the point is, whenever you write extend keyword, one class will become parent, another class will become child. And then we have a simple rule to understand. Parent can access only parent property, but child can access parent plus child, both the property. Okay. And to achieve inheritance, four scenarios are important to know. Very first, if you create child class reference, child class object, child can access properties from the parent as well as child. If you create parent reference, parent object, only parent method you can access. Somewhere we create parent reference but child object. In that case also you can observe or you can access only and only parent property. And the last scenario, which is all about if you create child reference and the parent object, this is invalid scenario in Java. Okay. So yesterday we discussed through ABCD first. Okay, how we can different types of inheritance and how we can achieve it. So three types you can directly achieve, right? Single level, multi-level, and hierarchical. The point is multiple inheritance. And the last point is hybrid that you are not able to achieve directly. For that, you will be learning data abstraction. Okay, so using interface, it is possible to acquire properties from two different parents into one child. Okay, So here we need to understand, I mean, we have covered this car example. So what the relationship we have learned yesterday? See, we have created initially car class, right? So we become like one class as a child for car, that is BMW. When you write in this manner, this will become single level inheritance. But suppose one parent may have many child, then we design one more class Audi, and Audi also child of car. So at this moment it becomes hierarchical inheritance. One parent may have multiple child. And then we have designed vehicle, correct? And then we have just maintained that vehicle is a parent for car. So this one becomes multi-level inheritance in Java. Correct? Three layers. Any three layers you can consider. I mean, only these three layers. I can say multi-level inheritance. When you just observe in this manner, this is also multi-level. There is a possibility if it has another child, that is okay. Okay, you can design it under that particular class, and that will also become multi-level inheritance. Got it? So these three types we can easily achieve in Java, no problem at all. But today we'll be talking about some more interesting topic related to same inheritance or based on the same concept inheritance. Before that, I will be, let's say today we will first understand what is runtime polymorphism. Okay, I will talk about what is runtime polymorphism, how exactly you will able to achieve method overriding. Correct now? You need to understand method overriding. Then we will talk about very special keywords in Java. People might ask you the question, what is the purpose of super keyword in Java? Then what is the purpose of final keyword in Java? And third topic which I will be covering, which is all about access modifier. If you remember, Java support 4 level, right? We know that private and rule for private. Private data you can access within a same class. Outside that class you can't access. We have also observed what is default, right? Default having 2 level, okay, priority. We can say default data we can access in the same class, even in the same package by any other class, right? And when you have a public, that public information you can access everywhere in the project. So we have already discussed public, but so far we haven't discussed about protected, correct? This is the last access modifier in Java. And to learn protected modifier, now inheritance is required, correct now? So already we have discussed what is inheritance. Now based on inheritance only, you will understand what is runtime polymorphism, what are the meaning of these special keywords, and how to apply protected modifier and where you can access this data. Got it? So these three topics I will be talking today. Okay. Now guys, let's start with the first topic, runtime polymorphism. What is method overriding? What's the rule to override any method? Okay. So guys, first of all, do you have any question related to previous topic? Any question? All the points are clear? Sure? Okay, focus now. So I will be talking about what does mean by runtime polymorphism. So the first point, runtime polymorphism, it has certain rule. Okay. Means you can achieve method overriding only and only once whenever the classes are in relation, and that relation must be is a relation. Both the classes must have parent-child relation, that is called is a relation. For inheritance, we just referred as a is a relation. Okay. Then how the method will be overridden and why it is important to override any method. Yesterday we learned that suppose any method is already designed into one class and maybe you wanted to access that method, right? So what we can do, instead of writing duplicate logic, we can simple, provide the relation between the classes and then you can access the method. But suppose class has already implemented one method and suppose in that method you wanted to override that method. Maybe let's say a parent having some kind of feature, right? But child have some extra feature, right? Or extra good qualities again by their parent. Same thing. Same thing happen here also. If you have one class contains certain method, but you wanted to always update that method. whenever you are calling that method. You wanted to add some extra features into that. In that case, same method you can override. So guys, what is method overriding? Method overriding, it is all about one class method you are able to override, but generally here we need to understand relation. Whose method who will able to override? Always remember, method overriding means parent class method always overrided by the child. What is the first rule? Parent class method, okay, overrided by the child. Now remember what is overrided by child, okay, because child class always give us updated result. That is called overriding. Example, let me give you very simple example now. Suppose I'm having one class, let's talk about class A, right? Class A likes one color. So it has a color method. Got it? And the favorite color is red. Great. Class B, there is another class available and class B extends class A. So now we got the relation, right? B is the child class, A is the parent class. The parent class has already provided one method. Parent likes red color. But child say, no, I just wanted to update this method. I like blue color, right? So what the parent will do, I mean, whatever parent method it is, what the child will do for updation of that parent method, child will override that method. Same name method with the same syntax, child will write inside their class. Remember, overloading is all about same name method, different syntax. But overriding means same name method, same syntax. Okay, method should not have different signature. It should have a same signature. If you are passing any argument to this method, you need to pass here also argument. If there is no argument, you can directly write a basic method. And here child can update, okay, I like a blue color. Whenever same name method you will able to override, you can add one more syntax. You can just write this method is what? Override method. So generally this is called annotation. Okay, annotation, it is all about rule, right? Whenever method will be overridden, you need to write this particular syntax to that overridden method. Got it? So it is, we are able to understand that, okay, this method already implemented by the parent, but now child has already overridden the method, and because of child interaction, you will always get updated method only. Remember, we are looking for updated one, not the older approach. We are looking for the latest approach. And those latest detail you will get only by the child. So the point is, method overriding belongs to two different classes. Classes must be in a relation, that is a relation. But when any method can be overridden? Method can be overridden only and only when method has the same name and same syntax, and parent class method child class can override. Got it? So always remember, whatever parent implementation it's there, it will be always overridden by the child. And because of child interaction, you will always get a updated method. So guys, here we need to understand now the relation and where you are getting that updated result. That point you need to understand properly. So let me first explain this. Then I will relate the same example with your car, right? Yesterday's scenario. Then you will understand why we need overriding. Okay, in general, let me talk about that example too. So here I'm going to show you, okay, fine. If anything is available by the parent, you can able to override it through the child. But why we need it? Why exactly we need this overriding concept? Now think with respect to car scenario. Every car, okay, let's say our yesterday scenario, and we discussed that, okay, we have a car class and car is having two child. Okay, as per our scenario, we have BMW and we have Audi. Now just think with respect to this car scenario. Let's say your parent class, which is nothing but car class. Car class mentions some price, okay? Price of car, basic model car price is 1 lakh. It is starting from 1 lakh. So there is a price method available for this car, and car says that, okay, my basic model price is 1 lakh. Now just think, is it same price BMW also offer? Same price Audi has to offer? No, right? BMW says, no, my price is not 1 lakh. It might be 50 lakh. In that case, Who is going to override the method? Tell me. Who is going to override the method? Parent method price that will be overridden by BMW as well as Audi. Got it? So generally, parent have one implementation. But suppose child is thinking, no, I want upgraded result. Okay, I wanted to modify that implementation. I wanted to provide some new feature, right? Their child need to modify or child need to override that parent class method. Got it? So I will be showing you that price scenario too. But before price, let's understand basic rule. Whenever any child override the method, where you will see the updated result. Okay? So focus. Let me show you practical on the same method overriding concept. Now guys, I'm writing under inheritance only. Just focus. At this moment, let me create a class. Suppose I'm creating some parent class. Okay. Let me just write. Okay, fine. Parent class. And let me just create one more class, which is child. Okay. And inside child, let me take a main function. And very first, I'll do one thing. I'll just declare here one method in the parent. Let's say public void. I'll just write color method. Okay. Same name method. And here I'm trying to print that, okay, color and which is red. Okay. That's it. This is one method I have created. Let me copy the same name method. I'll go back to child and what I'll do, I'll first extend. Okay. Child extends parent that I have written. And inside this class, I'll design the same name method. Okay. But child says, no, I like blue color. Great. And now at this moment, okay, this method which is having same signature is available in the parent and same signature you are following in the child. So I need to add here one more annotation which is override. Okay, so that means I'm explaining that this method is overridden method. Okay, the child has overridden the parent class method. Let me write that point also. Child class has overridden parent class method. Got it? And let me save it. Clear? So now you know the relation. We have two classes and parent class method is already overridden by the child class method. Okay. But now guys, let's understand the scenario. Okay. First, I will be writing here. Again, my first scenario. Child class reference. Child class reference and child class object. You know that how to write. Okay. How to write reference, how to write an object. So guys, let me maximize the screen and just have a look. At this moment, my child class is child C1, it is equal to new and child class object. Now tell me, if you observe clearly in both the classes, there is only one method, correct? There is only one method. And that method is nothing but what? Only color method. Now the point is, if I just created child class reference, child class object, what we can access? Child can access everything from parent and the child. But at this moment, we are calling method from the child reference and the child object. Which method it will return? I mean, which color it will return? Red or blue? What do you think? Hmm? Which method it will return? I mean, which color it will return? Absolutely, you are able to call color method only. But remember, as I told you, child class, whenever it overrides parent class method, you will always get a result from the child one, updated one. Okay. So absolutely, I can able to access here color method. Please look at the screen. Color you are calling from the child. Got it? Here I'm not able to access parent because parent has already overridden by the child. So it doesn't matter. You are directly calling that overridden method and that's the reason. You will get result here what? Blue. Correct? Color you will get definitely blue color. Okay. Let me write second scenario. Now you tell me the answer, okay? If I just create parent class reference and parent class object. Now tell me which method you can access. Parent reference, parent class object. Who is our parent class? Name is same, parent. P1. It is equal to new. And again I am writing parent class object. Which method I can access through this scenario? Parent reference, parent object, you can access only and only parent class method. Yes or no, everyone? Are you understanding the point? So try to understand when you create child class reference, child class object, you are getting always updated result. So the parent method is already overridden by the child. So you're getting blue. But here when you create parent reference, parent object, you will just call parent class method. Means here P1 can call color, but please look at the screen. Color is coming from which class? Parent class only. Got it? So at this moment, it will just print red color. Okay, this is clear. But let me show you third scenario. Okay, if I do create parent class reference, okay, parent class reference and child class object. Now again, I'm using child class, right? So please have a look. Parent reference you will create in this manner, P2. It is equal to new, and then we are creating child class object. So what is the rule for this scenario? Whatever reference you are writing, that will always matter, correct? So we are giving reference of parent. Means it can access parent class method. Good. But object you are creating for the child. Here we have a child interaction. That's the reason updated method you will get in the answer. So parent class method you are getting, but parent is already overridden by the child. That's the reason you will get here updated result. And this is actually main scenario for overriding. See, I can access method from parent. Let me show you. How come we are sure about that? Please read. This is color method. I am calling from the parent only. Got it? But as soon as I call, it will not show me red color. It will show me the latest color which is provided by the child. So if I am calling this is from the parent, but still it will return you always blue color. Updated result by the child. So remember, whenever child object is required, you will always get what? Okay, overridden method from that child. Means updated method you will see in the result. So you can see now I'm getting the answer. First of all, blue color, red color, and third one, again I'm having blue color only. Are you understanding how exactly method overriding achieve? So when you override the method, that means parent class method, child class can able to update. And that is called overriding. And rule is very simple. You can't write here different syntax. Same name, same syntax, then it becomes overriding. Clear this topic, right? But this is only related to color. Let me come to the real-time scenario. As I told you, this is car class. Yesterday we have designed 3 methods into car, right? Now what I'm going to do, I will create a one more method. Car says, okay, do one thing. Just give my price, okay? So this is the price that we are having from car class. Car says my basic model price, okay, basic model price. I'll say it is all about 1 lakh. Okay, so we have 1 lakh as a basic model price. And this method is available. So whatever child classes are there for car, everyone can access this method. Okay, but please have a look. Suppose if I come to test a car. Now let's talk about BMW scenario. BMW is a child class and child class can access properties from the parent. Agree? At this moment, B1 can access price method. Yeah. But if B1 is able to access price method and if you run this code, which price BMW offers? In that case, BMW is offering 1 lakh and this is not possible, right? So if I run the code, please have a look. Now the BMW, through the BMW object, I can access price and at this moment I got the price that is all about 1 lakh. You can see. I got the car basic model price is 1 lakh. And this is not a right scenario for BMW, right price for BMW, correct? So what the BMW is thinking, okay, fine. My parent is giving one property price, but I wanted to modify it, correct, as a child. Then here comes overriding. What BMW will do? BMW declares the same syntax. Okay, this is what method you design. Okay, in your parent. And then BMW offers, okay, then my price, it should be, let's say every time when you call this price method, you will always get BMW basic model price only. Okay, so example, I'm just writing random 50 lakh. Okay, So again, this is the basic model price. I'm just writing one message also, basic model. And this is what 50 lakh. Okay. But this method already implemented by child now. I mean parent. So child is trying to modify. So I can design here override. This is annotation. Now what happens? Come back to your, let me come to test car. So previously I'm able to call this B1 dot price. Okay, but at this moment, previously I got the result 1 lakh, right? You can see in the console. Previous result was 1 lakh. But now if I run, now BMW also have its own price method and it is overridden by the, child class. Okay, parent method overridden by the child. That's the reason. Now if I run the particular method, you will not able to see car price. You will able to see BMW price only. So just have a look. If I run as it is, which price I can see in the console, please have a look. Now I am getting BMW price only. So are you understanding? Here we need method overriding. Already one class is implemented and providing some feature, but suppose child wanted to modify it, then child can override that method. Clear? Similarly, Audi can also do the same thing. Audi says, no, I can't say it's a 1 lakh price, right? Then Audi says, better I will design same method again. And Audi also offers its own size, own price, correct? So at this moment, let me write here, okay? Suppose this is the price from Audi, right? Audi says, okay, my price is again 50 lakh or let me write 45 lakh. I don't know, but I'm just writing random number. Okay, that is okay just to understand the topic. Override. Okay, I will make it override again. And then what? Again, I will go back to test a car and now Audi can access this price method. But remember this time price is available in parent and child both. But because of the child, you will get only child class method. So at this moment, I can access that price. See, price is coming from Audi, correct now? And when you run this, you will see the updated price which is available for Audi. And here you are able to see that, okay, so I got 45 lakh. Okay, so this is what method overriding. Now tell me, did you understand the topic or you wanted to repeat? Clear everyone? Just confirm. What is overriding? What is overloading? So basically, we have discussed here polymorphism two types. Okay. So as I talk or as I already discussed, a polymorphism, it is available in two different parts. Okay. Compile time and runtime. And same is called method overloading, method overloading, and method overriding. Correct? But what is the difference? In method overloading, generally you have same name. Okay, first of all, it belongs to the same class. Overriding belongs to different classes. Remember, huh? And different classes means classes must be in a relation. There must be have parent-child relation. Okay. Then another difference is in same class, same name method, same name, but different signature. Correct na? How you can override? You can just pass same name but different signature means either number of argument can be different, type of argument can be different, or the third point is what? Order can be different. But when it comes to different classes, overriding, here you need to understand same name method and same syntax. Correct na? Or same signature. Clear? Then only it becomes override. And always remember parent class method, okay, overridden by the child. Okay, the child, because of child, you will get always updated result. These are the shortcuts, okay, to remember the topic. And here we have completed our principle polymorphism, right? So where we have achieved compile time and runtime. So means method can be modified and you can able to access that updated result, right? Then it becomes overriding. Okay, any question on this? What is overriding? Why we need to do overriding, right? Somewhere parent has already implemented some feature, but child wants to modify it, then child will override the parent class method. Okay? Yeah. Any question? Clear the topic, everyone? Chalo, please confirm. If the example, everything is clear, just to confirm, then we will continue with the next topic.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, guys, so far we discussed about overriding and all, right? Now we need to understand some two special keyword which is related to inheritance only. One is super keyword. Another one is final. What is super keyword first of all? Super keyword will help you to access anything from immediate parent. Remember, immediate parent means which class? Let's say I'm having A class, A is having child B, and B is having another child which is C. And if I ask you, who is immediate parent of B class? So B class immediate parent is who? Absolutely class A, right? Who is immediate parent of class C? Immediate parent is nothing but class B. Means immediately from the parent, if you wanted to access anything, any method, any variable, or any constructor, you can call using super keyword. So the purpose of super is very, very simple. Anything from immediate parent you can call. You can call any variable, you can call any method, or you can call constructor also using super keyword. Got it? So this is what we need to understand. Very simple topic. Now, very first, we just need a parent and child relation again, right? And then only we can access the method. Let me create two more classes here, okay? So just have a look. Under same package, I'm creating one more class and I'm giving similar name. So again, parent super. So you can relate. Okay, this is parent super. And let me just create a class. And I'm creating one more class. Okay, I wanted to create child super. Just have a look. Child super. Okay, and here I will take a main function. Clear? So I designed two classes. Okay, now I will do few things here. Let's say I'm writing some data. We have PID, okay, which is parent ID, and I'm writing some parent ID. I will design one method also. I'll say, okay, fine. What is parent income? Let's print here parent income. Okay, great. I'm writing something here. Let's say parent income is, and at this moment I'm writing, okay, $7,000. That's the parent income. Okay, and let me save this class. Great. I'll come to the child super, and child super also have certain data. Example, integer CID, child ID. I'm writing it's a 201. And here also I'm creating one method which is all about child income. Okay, like a parent income, I'm having child income also. And here I'm writing, okay, fine, child income, okay, is, let's say, dollar 17,000. Okay, I have written this particular child income. But both the classes to use super keyword benefit, okay, both the classes must be in a relation. So very first I will write, okay, fine, extends what? Parent super, correct? Child super class extend parent super class. Now we have a relation. Great. How we can access now parent class properties, parent class detail? So we know the scenarios, right? One solution is you can write your all scenarios and you can access. See, the first scenario, child reference, child object, you can access child and parent, both the property. No problem at all, correct? If you create parent reference, child object, only parent. Parent reference, parent object, still only parent. So means if I wanted to create both the things from both the classes, I will be following first scenario. Child reference, child object. Okay. At this moment, I will write child super. Let's say C1, it is equal to new. Again, I'm creating constructor child super. And please look at the screen. I'm calling which method? At this moment, I'm calling, let's say, child income. So when you call this method, what the output will be? I will be able to see, right? Only child income is $17,000. Correct? That I can see in the console. But suppose through this one method, I just wanted to print every detail for my parent. and every detail for my child. In that case, means see, currently if I run, I'm just getting one single line. Okay. Child income is $17,000. That's it. But I wanted to call child data, parent data, everything from this method. I don't want it to call separate method. I'm just calling one method, and through this one method, I should have everything, parent and child detail. That is possible using super keyword. What I can do, suppose here I'm printing, okay, child ID. Now for child ID, we don't need super. It is already there, right? So you can directly call, okay, this is CID. Got it? But I wanted to call parent variable. Let's say parent ID. How you can call parent ID here? In that case, I need to write super. Just write super keyword dot operator, and please understand super will always refer immediate parent. So from immediate parent, whatever things are there, you can directly access. See, I can call PID, which is a parent ID. I can call parent income method, which is a parent class method, right? So let me call first PID. This is the first usage of super keyword. We can access immediate parent class variable. Got it? So I'm calling here variable. How to call method? See, at this moment, if I run the code, right, you will able to see now three messages: parent ID, child income. Please have a look. Okay, I'm getting parent ID, child income. Okay, but I wanted to call parent class method. I'm writing super, right? For method call, you don't need to print the statement, just call it. So I will be writing super, and I'm just calling what? Parent income. Great. So this statement will call method, and you will able to see the result. Please have a look. What I got now? Parent ID is 101, parent income is $7,000, child ID and child income. Now through only one method, I can print everything. Agree? So what is the super keywords purpose? You can access variable, you can access method and the constructor. Third usage is constructor. But to call constructor, first of all, we should have constructor, right? So very first, you can see in my child class also, I don't have any constructor. Let me design. So I'm writing here one constructor to show you like how we can call that particular constructor from the parent and child. Got it? So I will design, okay, fine, public. And currently my constructor name and class name, it must be same, right? So this is my constructor which is ready. I'll say here the message, very simple message, child constructor, let me write constructor, okay, is calling. Great. And let me save. What I'll do, if I run this, okay, first of all, when you will call this constructor, always remember at the time of object creation, you are calling constructor. Means if I can scroll down, here I have created my object, right? And using new keyword object will create, but here you are calling your constructor. So in that case, if I run the code, what will happen? Immediately first line should be constructor calling. You can see previously this was the result. Na? If I come to here, now before parent ID, I will able to see that child constructor is calling. Please have a look. If I run the code, what I'm getting? Child constructor calling. Okay, but do we have any parent constructor? To call any parent data through the child, we can call it using which keyword? Absolutely super. And you are calling constructor, right? So like this keyword, constructor call should be the first line of that constructor. And how you will call? You just need to write super constructor. But in my code, see, it is allowed me to write. But tell me if I run, what will happen? Do we have any super constructor, I mean parent constructor available? No, right? So example, I'm not getting any compilation error. But let me run it. And see, I have just seen, okay, child constructor is calling, but I can see any parent data. So technically we are not having any exception or error. Syntax is fine, but it will look, okay, it will first go to the parent class. It will check whether there is constructor available. No constructor, it will directly come back. Okay. So at this moment, just to call parent constructor, better I will add one constructor into parent. I'll do one thing. I'll write public, and this is parent super, right? Constructor name and the class name must be same. And here I'm writing, okay, parent constructor is calling. Better? Okay. Now what happens? If I come back to child, now this constructor will first look into parent class. If there is constructor, then first parent constructor will get called. And then you will see result for the child constructor. So at this moment, if I run the code, please have a look what the answer I'm getting. See, I'm getting parent constructor calling, then child calling, and then parent detail, then child detail. Got it? So technically, what is the concept of super keyword? Super will help you to call anything from immediate parent. And let me add these nodes. Okay, copy, and I will come back to Eclipse. In your notes section, I will be adding the super and final keyword nodes. Okay, so let me just come down. Okay. So you can see super keyword can be accessed to refer immediate parent class instance variable, immediate parent class method, and even immediate parent class constructor also. You can access using super keyword. Now clear? Concept is very simple. You just need to understand whenever two classes are in relation, using keyword also, super keyword also, you can access anything from that parent class. Any method, any variable, in fact, any constructor. Got it? Yes, super keyword purpose in Java. Clear? It's a very famous interview question. Similarly, we have another keyword which is final. What is purpose of final, everyone? So tell me, I wanted to perform, let's say I wanted to write a code, okay, just calculate area of a circle, right? So tell me, area of a circle means how you will calculate that? If I come back to the code, let's say I'm writing here final keyword demo. My class is final keyword demo, okay? And guys, my simple logic for all of you, like, okay, I just wanted to calculate area of a circle. To calculate area of a circle, what we need? We need radius, right? If I say, okay, fine, integer r, and we don't know what exactly r it is, or if you wanted to define, okay, r is, let's say, 5, okay? So radius is 5, and for this radius, I wanted to calculate area of a circle. Now, what is the formula? We just write pi r square, correct now? So guys, what is the pi here? Pi is value which is always constant value and whose value is 3.14. Got it? So if I wanted to declare pi, I will just write float. Okay, it's a float number and I will write, okay, this is the pi value which is 3.14. Okay, and this is the float number. So you can declare float number in this manner. And then I can calculate, okay, fine. Let's say now I want float area. Okay, float area is equal to what? Pi into r into r. This is what our formula. So we will perform the calculation. And finally, I wanted to print, okay, cool, area of a circle. Then I will be writing what? Area of a circle. And this is, I will say, area. Got it? So for 5 radius, you will able to see some result, correct? So this formula works and yes, we are able to see this is the area of a circle. But now the question is, see this value we can change. Okay, so today radius is 5, tomorrow it might be 10, 15, anything. But guys, this value is constant, right? Pi value always remain a constant. Means what we are expecting, nobody should update this data. Are you getting my point? It should be always constant. So the question is in Java, if you wanted to provide this scope, that okay, fine, you can access the data, but you can't modify. Just for that reason, we don't have a const keyword. Previously it was, but now in the latest JDKs, okay, after JDK 1.5, in fact, we don't have a const keyword. We have a final keyword. When you say float this pi value as a final, in that case, nobody will modify that data. It will always remain a, final only. Means see, if the variable is not final, before calculation just I wanted to modify it. Then I can say, okay, fine, pi is this time 3.20. Okay, I can write in this manner. But the question is what? Here, yeah, it's a float. So just add f. So I am able to reassign the variable. But in general, as per the mathematical rule, pi value we can't modify. Got my point? So if it is not final, I can modify, user can modify. But I wanted to define, okay, no, this is the constant value. You can't modify. Then you have to write it final. Got it? And what's the rule? Whenever it is final, and if I just try to uncomment this code, what will happen? See, immediately I'm getting error from Java. Java says, okay, if you just keep your mouse pointer, see, the final local variable pi cannot be assigned. Java says, no, I will not allow you to assign the value to that pi variable. Now clear the concept? Why we need a final? This is a real-time use case, right? Somewhere in your program, you wanted to just define the data and that data should not be modified. Okay, then you can declare as a final data. Got it? But this rule is only applicable for data? No. Final keyword applicable at 3 level. Okay? See, when you talk about final keyword, we can apply final keyword to variable. When I say my variable is final means nobody can modify the data. Then you can apply final keyword to any method. Guys, so here variable can't be modified, correct? Modification not allowed. Okay. When you apply for the method, what's the rule? Whenever any method is a final, no one will override the method. Okay, you can't override the method. And if your final keyword is applicable to class, okay, no class can become subclass for this class. So there will be no subclass, okay, no subclass relation. This class will be only one class. Nobody will become a subclass for that class. So we need to understand this three rule. I just discussed only variable. Now the pi value is constant and nobody can modify it. But what about method? And what about class? Let's understand that part. So at this moment, okay, let's say, just to understand, just to show you the full concept, I'm just creating one more class. I'll say class demo, okay? And inside class demo, I'll do one thing. I'll declare this entire code, okay? So this is my final data and this is what that particular final information. And better I'll do one thing. For this final area calculation, I will create a method, okay? Public void area of circle. Okay, great. So I'm just creating this method. Now inside the method, you can print, you can do anything, right? So this method will accept the pi and radius, and this method will just modify that content, okay? So here my data is available and that data I'm just calling through this method. So currently my area of circle is ready. If you wanted to modify it, let's say you are passing here what? Let's say float pi, and here I'm passing, okay, float pi, and here I'm passing integer r. That is fine. And then we are doing calculation. That is also fine, okay? But at this moment, this is the area of a circle, okay? And what I wanted to do now, in this, what I'm exactly trying to do is, let me override the method. But for override, first of all, both the classes must be in relation. So let me add extends demo class. Okay, so now this method I can reuse. What I'm going to do, so what the rule we have learned, the method should have same syntax. Means I'm passing two argument. Here also we should have a two arguments only. I can't pass one more argument. Then I can't say it's overridden. Okay. So I will say now, okay, this method I just override it. Clear? Override method. But in this method, I will be trying to show you. Let me do some modification. My method should give me some more detail about this calculation. Then I will write, okay, this is circle shape. Okay, circle shape. And then I'm writing on next line also. Okay, to calculate, let's say to calculate area. Okay, we use pi into radius into radius. Suppose I'm just adding some modification, okay? So I can override. Area of circle, I can override. Great. Now both the classes are in relation. How you can call a method? Suppose I'm calling method directly from that child class, okay? Or parent reference child object. That is also possible. And let's call it. So guys, suppose I'm creating here child class reference, okay, F1 and child class object. And now you can see whenever I call F1 dot, okay, suppose I'm trying to call that particular, okay, a variable, right? So I wanted to call this pi, okay, so that is okay. I can call that variable, even I can print it. Why you are getting error? Because you need to print this. You can't call directly, okay? So just print it, then it will allow, okay? Then I'm calling F1 dot method, area of a circle. See, whenever parent and child both have same name method, and you are creating instance of child, you will get method from child. So currently I'm getting from final keyword demo, means I'm getting updated method. Got it? And I'm passing some result here. What I need to pass here? I'm passing float pi, means I'm just calling here. Let's say same pi value I wanted to pass, then I will say f1 dot pi, accept that pi value. And here I'm passing radius as a 10. Okay, you can modify the data, right? Because currently I can pass any data and I can call it. So guys, whenever I run this, you will able to see this beautiful result. Okay, 3.14 pi value. This is circle shape. This is, okay, spelling mistake. This is to calculate area and this is the area. Got it? So I got complete result. Okay, I got this complete result. But what happened? Whenever you just define that particular pi is a final value, you can't modify it, right? Similarly, if I design method is final now, what will happen in that case? Whenever any method is a final, nobody can override the method. So you can see immediately in the second class, I'm getting error. Java says cannot override final method from demo. Got it? So Java is giving me this particular error that now your method is final from the parent class. If parent class method is final, child class cannot override that method. Got it? So it means now this code will have no use or no impact, correct? You will not able to modify the content. And now what will happen? If I just come to this main function, if I try to run, this will work, right? Okay, but we are getting some error. Let me just check it out. The main function type final keyword must override and implement super type method. Now it is asking me if you wanted to call, you must need to override it. But we can't override. Why? Because the rule is we have child class, I mean parent class, and parent class method is a final. Then I can't directly call here. What I can do through the child class, whenever I'm calling this part, it will not allow me. Are you able to understand? You will not able to call this method, right? Say I'm getting now here error. The method final demo must override or implement super type method. If I don't do this and if I try to run, okay. So currently I'm trying to call the method only. See, I should have a result, but I think now I'm getting the compilation result because of the main function. Main says that, see, we have a error that main says that, so unresolved compilation problem because the method main, okay, of a type final keyword demo must be override or implement super type of method. And because of the relation, we can't override the method, okay? So I can't override here main also. That is not required. But try to understand if main function, I mean in your parent class, if anything is there and it is final, right? You can't directly modify. Means at this moment, I can't directly modify, even I can't directly call it. Okay, but we should not have main function error. Huh? Just a minute. Let me check this code one more time. So that is okay that we can't call, but we should not have main function error. Let me find out why I'm having that error. Yeah, this is okay. Final keyword demo, we are extending a demo class. This is okay. And this override method I have commented, but I should not have main function error. Okay, let me check. The method main string of a type final keyword demo must override or implement super type method, which is not required. Why I'm getting this error? If I save the code, still it is not, and this is compilation error. Okay. Even I have commented everything, still it is not coming. Let me just check this. No, it is something compilation problem I got. Wait. Class demo, and this is just data, and I have declared something here. We should not able to see this. If I try to run, so line number 32, I got it. Yeah, that is okay. That's on main function, but it should not. And let me check all the syntaxes. Because see, just a minute. Huh? If I create any class, okay, let me write final demo. Let me show you. If I'm just trying to create here, okay, one more class structure, let's say demo. Let me write same, okay. And even though I extend it, okay, extends demo. And let's say I'm having something here in this class, okay. Let's say integer ID. And I'm having some, let me write a similar method which is previously designed, that is color, okay. So we have this color and suppose I'm trying to print some color, okay, this time maybe yellow. And if same name method, if I use in the child class, we know that rule, right? So we can declare as a override method, correct? But as I told you, if the method is final, you can't access it, correct? So at this moment, if I say, okay, this is final, right? Then final method you can't override. Okay, so immediately Java is giving me error that color I can't override. That is fine. Then we can comment it. Now you can see in this code I'm not getting any error for the main function. So I don't understand why it is coming here because it should not, but I'm getting it. Okay, so currently I'm getting that error on compilation main function, but here you can see I'm not having any error now. At this moment, okay, here it is saying something. The type demo is already defined. Let me write demo 2. Okay, now let me save it. This is allowed, correct? And how I can access this? Now everyone look at the screen. If I just create here child class, which is final demo. Okay, F1, it is equal to new. Again, I'm creating final demo constructor. Great. So at this moment, final demo, let me just write DE, right? And this is okay. And now I can access final demo what? ID. And I can print that ID too, right? So better I will print here. Just have a look. At this moment, I'm able to print the data. Got it? Let me save. And then I'm trying to call that method also. F1 is calling what? That color method, right? So at this moment, as the method is final, I can just call it. Okay, I will be not able to modify it. And let me do one thing. I will declare my variable also final. Let me save. Okay, integer. Let me write the blank. Final field may not have been initialized. Okay, let me initialize 101. Now I can print both the things. See, now I'm not having any compilation problem. This is what I'm trying to show you. So just have a look. Now I'm getting both, okay, color also and that ID also, right? And same code we have written here, but I'm just getting some main function issue. Let me just confirm, okay? Let me just try out the whole code as it is. Now I will come back to this class and in my demo 2, I will declare this method. Okay, I will declare the pi value. Now you can see pi value float and this is the final method. And we can't modify that is okay, but let me try to call this. So I'm calling from F1. Okay, this time area of a circle and I'm passing here the pi value which is F1 dot pi. Okay, and here I'm passing, let's say circle radius. So comma 5. Okay, that's the radius. And see, in this class, we don't have any compilation problem, right? So I don't know why we're getting compilation issue over there, but see, I can just access the data. I can't modify. Got it? So here, if you try to modify it, that will not allow you. Okay, let's say if I just copy the definition in this class and I will paste it, right? So Java will not allow me to modify it. Just have a look. If I say this is override, Java says, okay, no, you cannot override the final method. Got it? Means this rule satisfy here. We can't modify the final method. Now concept is clear. So any class, if you have any property as a final, variable is final, method is final, you will not able to modify. But third rule, what if my class is final? If you have a class and class is final itself, then nobody will become a subclass. Let me show you this point too. Focus. Here I have declared demo2 as a class, right? And now we can create, okay, child class, which is, in my case, demo2 is a parent for final demo, right? So final demo is a subclass, I can see. Last point, what I can do, I can declare a class as a final. So when I say my class is a final class, okay, at this moment, let me write here, final class, okay, final, what will happen? As soon as you write your class is a final, no one will become a child class, right? So immediately I'm having error on this line. Can you see that? I can't extend that class by any other subclass. What error I'm getting from Java? Java says the type final demo cannot subclass the final class demo2. Got it? So this is the error I'm getting from Java. So technically we can't make it extend or we can't make it simple subclass. But better just to complete our code, I will comment that line. But remember, whenever any class is a final, you can't, create a child class for that class. And at this moment, I can just run the code. You will see the previous result only. Got it? So here you are not getting any compilation issue, but in previous example, I got that issue and that is directly coming from the Java. So I will not able to modify. Okay, again, I need to look at the code. What was the problem? Correct? But same example I'm trying to cover here and it is working fine. Okay. So somewhere it possible. Okay, many participants may get class not found exception. Sometimes the issues get arise directly from the resources, memory. In that case, just create a new class, write the same code and try to run. Okay, no need to worry about the compilation part. Fine. Is this question clear? I mean topic clear? What is the purpose of final keyword? So as I told you, final keyword applicable at 3 levels. If your variable is final, nobody will modify the content of that final data. If method is final, no one can override that method. And if class is final, no subclass will become for that particular class, right? So child class is not possible. Clear the topic? So today we just cover runtime polymorphism. Okay, we have just discussed about super keyword and the final keyword. Now the last topic, protected. I will be taking in the next session. Be ready for the next session. Next week, we'll be starting our Selenium sessions also. So try to attend the classes. Okay, those wanted to repeat the session in weekend, please continue in weekend session also, right? Okay, great. I will just delete this class, okay, from my hierarchy. Otherwise, it will remain same. Okay, and let me save it. Let me push the code. Today is Java 20 session, day 20. Let me just push the code. So I'll say git status, git add everything, and git commit -m. I'll say Java day 20, git push -u origin to master. Please practice, okay? There are so many topics in programming, and once you aware all these basics, right, you can easily crack the interview. Remember my words. And that's the reason practice is required. So at least whatever I'm covering, try to implement the same. Okay, fine. All the notes, everything I have attached. So please follow the session and complete your practical part. Okay, great. Let's stop the session. Have a nice weekend, everyone. And we will continue again on Monday, right? Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye. Thank you.